Welcome to the Owatonna Today Show, your community connection since 1991. I'm Linda Karnauskas, and I want to welcome you on this Friday, August 12th. Time sure flies. We have a fun and informative show for you today. It's all about the fair. We're going to be taking a preview of the Steele County Fair with Jim Gleason and Todd Hale. So you want to stay tuned to hear about all the fun food and action that's happening there. Also, Friday is that special day of the week when we give special recognition to our sponsors. The Owatonna Today Show thanks the following sponsors of this program. Our premier sponsors are City of Owatonna, Express Employment Professionals, Owatonna Public Utilities, Steele County Free Fair. Our primary sponsors are Amy Swain Hearing Centers, Anytime Fitness, Fairway Foods, Little Theater of Owatonna, and the Owatonna Foundation. Our interlude sponsors, Bremer Bank, Brenda Bedmar Mortgage Office, Glenn Mager and Michael Mager of the Brick Mager Funeral Home and Medford Funeral Home, Carlson, Branstead and Company CPAs, ERA Gillespie Real Estate, Fairview Animal Medical Center, Horizon Eye Care, Owatonna Business Incubator, Sign Pro and Auto Trim Design, Steele County Historical Society, Steele County Transitional Housing, the Third Hand Video Productions, Tri-M Graphics, and TPS Insurance. We hope you'll support these fine Owatonna businesses that support our Owatonna Today Show. Please say thanks to them when you see them out and about. The show is able to continue because of them. We're always looking for more sponsors of the show, and if you are a business and you would like more information about becoming a sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show, please contact our producer, Leanne Alt, 390-5751. We'd love to hear from you. Well, we will take a short break to hear a word from our sponsors, and then we'll be on location at the Steele County Fairgrounds with Jim Gleason and Todd Hale, so please stay with us.
Hi, I'm Dr. Beth Giltvet.
And I'm Dr. Nick Vincelli of Horizon Eye Care.
We want you to see what you love and love how you see. We're proud sponsors of the Owatonna Today Show.
I needed more than just another dead-end job. I wanted a career, so I expressed myself.
With the kids off to college, I decided it was time for me to go back to work and express myself.
Express got me in touch with some really great companies. Now I'm on my way to a great career.
Express Employment Professionals is in contact with thousands of companies in need of quality employees. Come in now and get the job you deserve.
Express yourself today.
It's fair time in Owatonna, Minnesota's biggest county fair. The Steele County Free Fair runs August 16th to the 21st. It's a show for the entire family. 40 thrilling rides on the Gold Star Amusement Midway. David Smith Jr. is back for 2 human cannonball shots daily on the Midway. 8 great grandstand shows, beer garden entertainment every day, 4 free outdoor entertainment stages. Grow, sow, and show it at the 2016 Steele County Free Fair in Owatonna.
Welcome back to the Owatonna Today Show, your community connection. And we are on location here at the Steele County Fairgrounds at Fair Square Park. And I'm sitting with 2 valuable gentlemen to the Steele County Fair. To my right is Todd Hale. Good morning, Todd.
Good morning.
And how are you today?
Well, I'm fine, and we're stressed, but we're fine.
All's going well. And to my left is Jim Gleason. And Jim is the secretary manager of the fair. So how are you doing at this point, Jim?
Doing just fine, Linda. Looking forward to a big week next week and a lot of folks coming out, and we're getting everything set up, so it's a busy time.
Todd, why don't you share a little bit? What is your duties?
Well, primarily they kind of come at certain times of the year, but early in the year, of course, I book all of the entertainment that you see in Fair Square Park here, and on the KRFO stage, and also on the new Elmer Riesland stage, which one of us will talk about here just a bit later. But I do that. Then as we get closer to the fair, of course, the advertising of the fair and the media locally, as well as some out of town. And then I also do all the publicity, the writing the press releases, sending those out to neighboring stations and neighboring newspapers. So it kind of goes, on a year-round basis.
You get us prepped to go.
I get you prepped to go. Yep.
I'm going to take...
But it doesn't end when the fair starts. It continues through Fair Week.
I'm going to take a break, and we're going to talk to Jim over here for a few minutes and find out. Jim, what are your duties as secretary manager of the fair?
Well, they involve kind of a few things, Linda. We have 3 of us. I'm really the only full-time person here on the staff here, I guess, and then have both Vicki Demmel and Sharon Klein in the office that help out, are kind of my left and right hand, if you will, or whatever, in the office there and that throughout the year. But everything from running the events at the fairgrounds, which I'll talk to about in a little bit. But the fairgrounds is used for much more than just the fair. So I start, as Todd does, start in the fall time. I start getting my sponsors to, I think we have around 150 sponsors now, somewhere in that area. So I start working on those in the fall time. Right after the first of the year, we send out our licenses to our vendors, and that's between 400 and 500 of those that get sent out. And then those start coming back in February. So we're lining up all the vendors that come to the fair, and you work on that, plus all the summer events and the off-season events, and just kind of keep everything together out here. As I tell people, I've got 17 bosses. We have a board of 17 board members, so I've got 17 bosses to answer to.
Let's talk about all that you have to answer to, and let's talk about, before we get into what specifically is going to be here at the fair, let's talk about briefly the infrastructure that's been improved upon here at the fairgrounds.
Right, there's a lot of new things, Linda, that we've done up here in the off season. There's folks that I want to thank. I guess started out with the new Zach Spindler Construction, put a new metal roof on the Curling Club, which is the fine arts building during the fair. And so he did that last fall, so people will notice that, a real nice metal roof. And the Curling Club has made a very generous donation toward the cost of that $34,000 roof or whatever. So that was real good. That's new. We got new windows over in Mother's Rest over here, where we hold our board meetings and have our sponsors have our lunches during Fair Week. If you can see that over there, we got new windows around the sides. It was completely repainted and stained, so it looks great.
Looks great.
So that was done during the off season. Right behind us back here is we put down a new slab of cement over on the north side of the beer garden. That will be where Dino's Euros is, the famous spot. Everyone knows Dino's up here at the fair, and so we put some new cement down in his area there. So that was a new improvement. We did new flooring in the Radel Pavilion. To the tune of about 500 ton, if I'm not mistaken, of material that was brought in, mostly horses in the Radel Pavilion, but we needed some softer, some hoof-friendly, I guess it would be, material on the floor. So the guys were finishing up doing that. Also, I really want to thank the County Highway Department, who has been up here actually for about the last 2-3 weeks on and off, doing a lot of road work and hard surface maintenance here. They just finished completing tearing out the old foundation that was the root beer stand right outside the flower building here, if people knew where that was. That was up for many years there, and so they tore that out and we got some new drainage put in there. They completely redid the North Road, which would be on the north side of the barns. It had a lot of drainage issues and needed some work. They completely redid that. It looks great. Did some other patching in front of the competitive departments, and just did a lot of work up here and really spiffed things up, and things look really good. So I want to thank them for all that. Street signs as well. I knew there was one more thing. We have street signs and have street names now at the fairgrounds, Linda.
Whoa! So if we put it in our GPS, will it show up?
It should, yes, it should. We've got numbers on all the buildings now, and street signs showing Fairgrounds Drive, Foundation Drive, Leisure Lane, and Livestock Lane. So if you go around the fairgrounds, folks, and visitors to the fair, look for those street signs. It's kind of nice to have those, and we have numbers on all the buildings for emergency vehicles, so they'll know right where to go.
So you've been a busy person with your staff and all that's involved, housekeeping and getting things ready. And these are the little things that people probably won't notice, but that keep the the Steele County Fair presentable and nice, so they want to come back, correct?
You bet. And I should also mention that our grounds crew built themselves a new shop in the building right next to the racetrack over there. They moved out of the paddock building, which the Steele County Sheriff's Posse will be taking over the total building. They're going to do some remodeling in there and have that there. And our guys built a new shop right next door in that building for all their tools. And we have 10, 11 young folks that work out here, some younger, some older, some old veterans and that. And so they do a great job up here keeping everything looking good. It's a huge task.
Let's share. I don't doubt that it is, but now that all this hard work's done, we've got a great fair that's going to open. Let's share with the viewers what will be here in the way of food and different things.
Sure. Some new things that we have. Well, let's start out with some foods. Cream puffs were here for many years, and I've been trying to get some back, and we've got the On Nuts vendor that'll be right down by the poultry building is doing some, I think, going to be real good cream puffs for folks this year. So that'll be a new food item that we've got, Linda. Schnitzel on a pretzel bun with coleslaw. That's a German food from Burbach's. That'll be right next to the On Nuts booth. Burbach's was here last year. They're a German concessionaire, and so that'll be good. A dynamite dog, which will be down by the climbing wall. The same person that has the climbing wall has a food stand, Fantasy Concessions. So we will have a climbing wall on the north end of the racetrack, right over by the Bullseye Blast and the petting zoo, so it'll be a good kids entertainment area. We'll have some West Indian dishes that'll be new. We'll have kimchi fries, which I believe is a Korean dish. And so we've got a food truck that's going to have those. We're going to have some deli subs here that we haven't had before. And if people will remember the Mrs. JC's selling in their booth the dipped bananas, frozen dipped bananas on a stick, chocolate strawberry. We've got Sweet Sisters, a vendor that'll be right up outside the Four Seasons near the office. And Sweet Sisters are going to be doing the frozen bananas, dipped bananas this year. So some new foods, and so there'll be, as you know, with over 100 food vendors, there's something for everyone's delight.
Mm-hmm. Now, will the fair be set up similar, the same as it was last year?
Similar. There'll be some changes, a few changes in some vendors. The carnival changes around a little bit once in a while. Of course, David Smith Jr., the human cannonball, I'll let Todd talk about a little bit about that when you talk with him, but he'll be back and still flying over, probably the yo-yo ride, but one of the rides out there. And so that'll be set up similar, and we'll have some vendors in some different spots, but look for your favorite vendors. And of course, there's maps, and we have a lot of information out. If people are looking for somebody in particular, they can find them. I should also mention that I bet I've probably got at least 50 new indoor vendors this year. There were some changes there. You have to go out and search those people out, and so there'll be a lot of new vendors, which means a lot of new products for people to shop for in the Four Seasons.
Will the exhibits be set up pretty much the same way, Jim?
The exhibits will be pretty much the same. The competitive departments under the bleachers with the photography, culinary, hobbies, and all those grains and grasses. The arts department, fine arts with the rocks and minerals, the homemade wine, homemade beer, the wood carving. Those will all be in the fine arts building. Auto museum with all their trucks there this year. So otherwise, things should be pretty much in the areas that people are used to seeing them at.
And will the Village of Yesteryear be open with the fair as well?
Yes, it will.
Okay, and then is there also some booths down that way, heading towards that way?
A couple, down in there in the village will have a lot of their things going on, and they do a great job of putting on and partnering with us during Fair Week.
What is the most original food booth this year that's crossed your desk, maybe?
Oh boy, gal, that's kind of I'm really excited for the dip bananas to come back. I know that's not a new stand or whatever. We've got a couple of new stands coming in, and I guess the foods probably are the ones that the new foods are the ones I'm most excited about, and there'll probably be some updated on the trailers, so it's always good to see what new looks they have, and will be a switch of the French fry person over here by the beer garden. There'll be a trailer there where they're going to kind of swap theirs around, so a few changes here and there.
Quickly, what's your biggest challenge as Secretary Manager putting on the Steele County Fair with your team?
Boy, that's a tough one to answer. There's always challenges and things that you have to do, but I kind of learned early on and learned from my mentor Elmer Riesland, former Secretary Manager, some tips and some things, and I try not to get too excited or too nervous on things. Just take things slow and easy and a little bit at a time. And as Elmer's theme, which is right behind my desk, says, remember, whatever you do, it needs to be at least 50% fun. That's a good thing to remember.
That's a good
Linda.
way,
Yes,
Jim.
it is.
Well, thank you for sharing,
Thank
and
you.
we wish you continued success and appreciate all your effort in bringing us a wonderful fair.
Appreciate it. We'll see everybody at the fair.
We will take a short break to hear a word from our sponsors, and then we'll be right back with Todd Hale. So please stay with us.
The River Springs Water Park at 3065 St. Paul Road is open for the summer. Come with family and friends to enjoy the many features the water park has to offer. Open swim hours are listed on the screen. For more information on daily specials, programs, and large group packages, visit our website, call the water park at 774-7370, or find them on the River Springs Water Park Facebook page. Make a big splash this summer at the River Springs Water Park.
Amy Swain Hearing Centers is a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show. I'm Dr. Amy Swain, and I want everyone to hear better.
I'm Dan Branstead of Carlson Branstead & Company, Certified Public Accountants. We support the Owatonna Today Show.
At Triumph Graphics, we think beyond ink. That's why you should make us your source for creative concept, design, print, mail, and web. Check us out today at triumphgraphics.com.
Hello, my name is Katie Marshall. A year ago, my family and I became homeless. We were scared and alone. Today, with the help of Steele County Transitional Housing and generous donors like you, my family and I are safely housed. I am working, going to college, paying my rent on time. My children have a warm bed to sleep in every night. My family and I are so grateful for this second chance. Please help others in need by donating to transitional housing today. Everyone deserves a safe place to live.
Welcome back to the Owatonna Today Show, your community connection. And we're here on location at the Steele County Fairgrounds in Fair Square Park. And we're talking with Jim Gleason and Todd Hale. Todd, one of your responsibilities with the fair is entertainment. So why don't you go down the entertainment list for our viewers, what we're offering this year?
Well, if I went through everything, take the whole time I've got allotted to me. So I'll just say that we have a lot of great entertainment. We're sitting right now in Fair Square Park, one of the major stages here on the fairgrounds, and we have entertainment starting in the afternoon on Tuesday, even before the fair officially opens, with entertainment here in the park. And of course now we've really expanded our entertainment outlets to 4 different stages here on the grounds. That really is quite a thing when you think that when I started with the fair, we had 1 stage, and that was here in the park. But now we have, of course, the Fair Square stage, the KRFO stage, and the Elmer Riesland stage, which is new this year, and we felt we really wanted to have a way to acknowledge all of the great things that Elmer did for the Steele County Fair, bringing it to the level that it is. And so we have named the stage the Elmer Riesland stage, and this year we're going to be featuring the Thank a Farmer program several times during the afternoon every day of the fair, and early evening, and also the Enticing Entertainment, which is going to be bringing a number of things, including 2 Kids Day shows coming up on Wednesday and Friday here in Fair Square Park. And of course we have the Village of Yesteryear stage, and they bring entertainment there as well. So we got lots of entertainment. What we like to do, and my job is in working with the entertainment, is to book these acts almost a year ahead. You almost got to get them because their schedules fill in, and pretty soon you're out of luck.
Could I ask you a question about the Elmer Riesler stage? What is the Thank a Farmer? You said that'll be three times a day.
Yes, and several years ago we wanted to get something educationally, you might say, for the farm population which surrounds the fairgrounds here in Steele County. This really fit the bill. We've had it at several different places. We think this will be a permanent location. It's actually a magic show that tells the story of how important farmers are to our community and to our nation.
Now, is that something new, or is it just being moved to that stage?
It's just being moved to that stage. Is this, Jim, what is it, third year we've had it here?
Yeah,
okay. Third year.
We're on that stage. We actually have the small stage. It's right outside the 4-H building, as a matter of fact. That's where people should look for that stage, right outside the east entrance to the 4-H building.
Yeah, we're going to have a little dedication of that stage at 6 o'clock on Tuesday night. The Riesland family will be there, and I think one of the kids are going to be saying a few words. And so we invite everybody to come over there and take part in that, because he was a great factor. And of course, Elmer died 4 years ago. I believe I counted not too long ago during Fair Week, and we just miss him in the worst way. But we're going to be honoring him with that stage. We try to program in our boy, that guy needs a muffler. Miticize it. I don't think he wants to. I think he likes the noise. Anyway, one of the things that we try to do is involve local entertainment. It's the Steele County Fair, so we have a number of entertainers that are coming that are from the Owatonna area. But we also bring back, you remember Armin Rizak, of course, was a fixture here at the fair for over 50 years. Now Ray Sands, for instance, comes over here from Kenyon for Senior Day. The seniors love Ray. They love his music, and if I didn't bring him back every year, I'd have a lot of disappointed people. So we bring him back. But we also bring back new things, new acts coming from outside the Owatonna area. People will certainly enjoy our evening programs that we have in Fair Square Park here in particular, including Tuesday night, of course, our traditional opener, which is the Love Handles, along with the Scott Rogness, who's an Owatonna grad, by the way, and the Shasta Kings. Last year, because of the weather, you remember, the Love Handles never got on stage. We had Scott in the beer garden. That's the best we could do, but the Love Handles didn't perform. Jake Jones, that's a new group coming in, a country band on Wednesday night. This is in Fair Square Park now. Danica Ports with a country music show. We saw her at the fair convention up in the cities last January. The fair board was impressed with her. She's coming to us with a brand new show and a new personality here at the fair. The Rockin' Hollywoods, great 50s and 60s music. They're coming back with us this year. They've been here 2 years ago. Everyone loved them. They're coming back on Friday night. The Snowy River Band on Saturday night. Mankey is going to be bringing that show along with Federated. Todd Upfall is going to have kind of a reunion of some of the vocalists and musicians that have played with that band over the years. That'll be on Saturday night. And of course, Sunday, we wind up with our football rally, cheerleader rally. We got the alumni cheerleaders coming from Owatonna High School, as well as the current cheerleaders that'll be kicking off the football season this coming up very shortly in just a few weeks. So great entertainment on all the stages, and just consult your brochure. Everybody should have one that takes the Owatonna People's Press, because they went out, I think they're going out in today's issue, so you'll have that. If you don't get one, then stop by the fair office, or they're located around Owatonna as well. They give you a full, accurate schedule of everything that's going to be on stage.
Now, some of them they're also, there's some new things in the new stage, and that's great. Growth is always good.
Growth is good.
What are some of the mainstays that we'll still see that people come and it attracts them to come?
Yeah. Well, as I mentioned, of course, Ray Sands is coming back to be with us here again this year. And we do bring back a number of acts that people really like, that really have, the only time that they have to see them is the fair.
Are you bringing the cannon back?
Oh yes, the cannonball is back. David Smith, Human Cannonball, will be out on the Midway. This is, I think Jim told me, the only fair that he plays as far as a daily performance, and he's going to be performing every day at 5:30 and 8:30 p.m. being shot over one of the Midway rides. You kind of think, well, gee, you bring back this person every year. Don't people get tired of it? They never get tired of it.
There's something about it. The one year you tried, you brought something back one year, I remember, and everyone was like, that was really talented, but I don't know, there's something about somebody being thrown out of a cannon.
That's right, exactly. We've tried a number of other things, and it's never matched the anticipation of that cannonball shot. So he'll be back with us 2 performances a day. We're glad to have David back here with us this year.
Will you have the tractor pull and all those things?
Yes, grandstand. I don't think Jim touched on that, so we'll just mention real quick. We start out with bull riding in the grandstand on Tuesday night. Wednesday, we have a free show. That's the Battle of the Bands at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And then we have a show at 7:30, Chris Brooks and the Silver City Boys. That'll be on Wednesday. Thursday night, here's another good example of a band that's so popular here, Hairball. They'll be coming back 7:30. They put on a tremendous show with pyrotechnics, the whole works. Then we get into our motor shows. The tractor truck pull on Friday night. Saturday night, we have the enduro race, and Sunday, of course, we wind up with the demolition derby, which always packs the stands in the grandstand. So we got some great grandstand entertainment this year as well.
So we have something new and something
old, something new.
Right.
Maybe
now,
something blue, I don't know, could be.
You had mentioned you work at this. You work at this all year. You also do the publicity and the advertising.
I do the publicity. All the press releases that you see go from me, and I do the advertising as well. So it keeps me busy, certainly, on a year-round basis. I began working with the fair back when I was one of the owners of the KRFO here back in 1960 when I came to Owatonna.
How many years is that?
Well, that's a bunch. In this capacity at the fair, I started in 1991.
Wow, okay.
And have been with it ever since. And of course, Jim and I have been associated not only at the radio station, because he was a salesperson for us there, but also here at the fair. And I might credit Jim the fact that Jim's a salesman. That's been his life. He sold radio advertising almost all of his career until he switched and came here. He has been a boon to the fair and to selling the sponsorships of that you see that make this fair possible. So we got a good man here as far as doing that. Well, yeah, we really do.
And I have to say, I was teasing you earlier when we were talking that I don't know, the fair just wouldn't be the same if you didn't hear Todd Hale over that loudspeaker.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think my corn on the cob would taste the same without you, Todd.
Thank you. Well, it'll be there again this year. One other thing real quick I want to mention, and that is if you bring your little kids to the fair, number one, stop by the Sheriff's Department, pick up a ID tag that goes around their neck. But also a good point is take a picture of them with your cell phone or whatever the day that they come to the fair, what they're wearing here at the fair. It's tremendous help when some young person gets lost and is wandering around on their own.
Great.
So help them out, and also stop by the Sheriff's Department because they will have the fingerprinting of the kids for the ID kits, which you can fill out and have that on record at the Law Enforcement Center.
And check up the website. Thank you, gentlemen. It's been fun learning about all your hard work.
And
Jim?
the website, Jim, is
scff.org.
And Jim, real quick, how many years have you been at the helm?
This will be my 6th year.
Okay, congrats.
Fifth fair, 6th year here, so.
Congratulations,
and there
thank
goes
you.
his phone.
Oh, the dates?
August 16th to the 21st. It is, of course, Grow, Sow, and Show It in 2016, and we'll have the new slogan for next year posted right up on the grandstand over there during Fair Week. It's been selected and will be up there for people to see.
Thank you, Todd.
And we got a new, I know I'm taking too much time. We got a new mascot this year, along with Stella and Steele.
Oh, that's right.
We are going to have a new mascot.
The herd.
And yeah, we aren't going to tell you who it is, but he'll be introduced on Tuesday night. So that's coming up. That'll be kind of exciting with a new mascot, and they're going to be around for pictures.
Okay.
Over here in the big chair behind near the flower building.
We'll have them check out the website. Thanks, Todd.
Yep, okay.
We will take a short break to hear word from our sponsors, so please stay with us.
Hi, I'm Rich from Sign Pro and Auto Trim Design, a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show. Come and see us for all your sign and truck accessory needs.
Welcome back to the Owatonna Today Show, your community connection since 1991. I'm Linda Karnauskas, and we hope you enjoyed visiting with Jim Gleason and Todd Hale and learning all about the fair. Well, it's time for the community announcements. Anyone wishing to apply for work at one of the Steele County Free Fair vendors should stop into the fair office and register your name. Vendors will contact you directly. Yoga on the patio is being offered at the Steele County Historical Society. It's offered on Tuesdays, began August 9th, and will go through September 20th. It's at 10 a.m. and you can drop in. It's a 7-week series and it's only $3. Movie in the Park, Friday, August 12th at Central Park. They're celebrating the 2016 Rio Olympics with a showing of Rio 2 Under the Stars. And the movie will begin at sunset. Come a little early to join in the fun, as we'll be playing some Olympic-themed games an hour before movie time. And then also join us for a meet and greet at the Pass Roosevelt School, staff, students, families, and friends, Saturday, August 20th, from 3 to 5 p.m., weekend of Steele County Fair. It's at the Darts Park Pavilion. Use Cherry Street entrance, and please spread the word. Well, we hope you enjoyed our program today, and we'll invite you to join us on Monday when we'll be learning all about the flower program out at the Steele County Fair, those beautiful flowers you see around. And then also we'll be visiting and learning all about the Steele County Spelling Bee. So you'll want to stay tuned and tune in on Monday. Meanwhile, have a great weekend, and we'll see you on Monday.